Can y'all tell me if I got scammed? I got a haircut back in November.
All right, so as professional hairstylists in the state of California, I don't think you were scammed. I think there was miscommunication
I think so.
with the whole consultation.
Oh yes, definitely. Okay, but let's rewind. You said you got a haircut in November. Okay, we're in February, so
3 months.
3 months ago. Most haircuts, trims, new styles, they grow out in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So what is the difference between a bad haircut, good haircut, if you didn't know? And why are we going around this? Because we're hairstylists. We're trying to educate you. That's part of our profession as a licensed cosmetologist. We're supposed to educate new customers, new clients, okay? So you're talking about November?
Yes.
November, okay. So what did you do from November to now? Were you using professional salon quality products, shampoo, conditioner, heat protectant? Heat protectant is number one, especially if you're using thermal services, you're flat ironing, okay? You're complaining that you feel like, yes, I did look at your hair. You do look like you have some breakage down there. You do look like you have some split ends. My question to you is, why haven't you gone back to the salon? I understand you felt that you were scammed. You paid $70, blah, blah, blah. But in case you aren't aware, this is just for anybody, not just for you. In case you're not aware, a woman, most people, should get a trim every 6 to 8 weeks.
Yes.
Some people argue and say, oh no, every 3 months, up to you. But I'm going to say, because for my profession, many years doing this, if you want to keep that hair, you have some color in it, and you like to straighten it, you need dusting this much, what is that, an 1/8 of an inch, quarter of an inch, every 6 to 8 weeks. Now, again, people are like, oh my gosh, that's so expensive. I'm not going to do that. Well, again, like you said, there are places there are budgets for every person.
Yeah, did you ask that if the haircut came with the wash and style, or just the wash? Because she said that she felt scammed because she just had it straightened and cut.
No, that's I'm going to say you weren't scammed. I don't think you were, because they provided a thermal service. So they straightened your hair and then they cut it. So I really would have liked to have seen pictures of your hair cut right after than this result. Because what I'm seeing here, again, you're looking for a new stylist, and so you're asking these questions, and I'm trying to answer them to the best way possible. What I'm seeing in your hair, it looks like, and I could be wrong, but if I were to look at your hair, of course that would be different. But from what I'm seeing, to me, I get the impression that maybe you get out of the shower with your hair wet. You don't use any products like serums or heat protectants.
You're brushing it. You're pulling it into a ponytail.
Yes. And I feel like maybe you're pulling it up. And I'm guilty. I do that too. I get out of the shower sometimes. I'm in a rush. I don't have time to blow dry it. I don't have time to style. What do? I do use protectant though. I use serums and I use hair protectants. Put it in my hair and slick it back. Put it in a ponytail. Let's go. But I know most women, and we're guilty of it, that like to put their hair up in a ponytail. They pull it back tight when it's wet. Remember, hair is like a rubber band. It can only pull so much before it rips apart. So that's what I see in your hair. It looks like, I'm not saying that the stylist didn't cut into it. I'm not saying that. But that was 3 months ago.
Yes.
So that type of damage, and plus you have some color in your hair. So I don't know how recent. I mean, it doesn't look like you have much out.
She also was asking if it's normal to see the different lengths when you get layers, because she's never had layers.
So yes, it is. Especially now, this is where I'm a little lost, and I really wish I would have known what you asked for, because anytime you have layers in the hair, it's like, for example, I'm gonna show you right now. I have layers in my hair. I didn't style my hair today. I didn't brush it. I didn't curl it today. It just went straight up in the ponytail. So if I were to flat iron my hair, you would see every single layer, and it does look choppy. But if I curl it, on a nice day, it'll look like Emily's hair. Emily's got a nice soft curl through it. She's got layers as well. So those are things that I think you guys should ask for. Also, just for future reference, look into the stylist. Don't just assume because the stylist is pretty, because they have nice hair.
They have nice little props in their videos.
Oh yeah, or beautiful ambience, that they know what they're doing. That's why there's so many.
You should get a feel for them. I would say go into the salon and see how they interact with their clients, and just look at all that.
Yes, because at the end of the day, you have to be willing to trust your stylist. And I know people laugh about it, but no, I mean, I really feel like we're hair therapists.
Oh yes.
We're hair therapists. We're hair therapists before we're hairstylists. Yes. Because we gotta. If I don't feel that I'm gonna make you happy, if I'm not, there's just some people within the first few seconds.
You should talk about everything.
You know if you like them or not.
Have you had layers before? How do you style your hair?
Yes.
Do you part your hair a certain way? Because if you do have your hair parted like how you had it in your video to the side, it kind of looks like there's a hole.
If the stylist cut it down the middle, the way it's supposed to be even, then yes, if you move it to the side, of course, it's going to be shorter on one side.
So
there's a lot going on there. Another thing, just as a hair therapist, not as a hairstylist, if your boyfriend doesn't like your natural hair, I don't know how long you guys have been together, but
you said he prefers it when you straighten it.
Then I don't think he's the guy for you. And again, that's very personal. This is very personal, but it may sound intrusive and personal, but as a hairstylist, these are the types of conversations we have when somebody walks into a salon. And that determines whether the client is going to come back or not.
We hear that a lot.
Yes.
Oh, my husband or my boyfriend, they don't like it short. They don't like it long. They don't like it this color.
Yes, and
do what you feel comfortable with. So get the haircut that you want and style it the way you would like. Because look, now you've been straightening it, and now you're saying it feels like hay, and it's all dry because it's not your style.
Especially if you're using high heat. Maybe you're using too much of a high heat. And again, if you're not using that heat protectant, it's a barrier that protects the hair from breaking off, especially if you do it all the time, especially if, just wherever you go, gym, wherever. But the pulling the hair back too. If you're a girl that likes to pull it back, you pull it back when it's wet. That's how you get those pieces as well.
Sleeping with your hair pulled up, that same thing. You're moving around.
You're moving around and all that. You're supposed to have a satin pillowcase. I mean, that's if you really want to baby your hair. If you really want to baby your hair, get yourself, they sell them at the Dollar Tree, dude.
Yeah.
Get yourself a satin pillowcase, and you're supposed to sleep in a satin
and you don't want to wait too long.
And you're not supposed to use these. I'm guilty. You're supposed to use another scrunchie type with the little fabric and stuff like that. But, hey, I'm a Latina. I'm a Mexicana. I don't like to say Latina, but I'm a Mexicana. I guess I'm politically correct, right? And we like to slick our hair back. Majority like to wear the chongo, and I don't see anything wrong with the chongo. But in a professional setting, sometimes you have to make up your hair.
And I wouldn't wait too long either. I'd be in between hair trims.
Yeah.
Keep it up with the hair trims.
Definitely, I mean, I would love, you're not that far. I would love to just take a look at your hair and see what's going on in there again. But hope this helps, and I hope this helps other people who may be interested in pricing. Pricing is always an issue. Again, depending on the ambience, depending on the experience. For example, like us, we charge for the experience. We've been doing this for many years. People say, "Oh my gosh, your prices are ridiculous." Okay, well, can you provide the service that I'm going to provide to you on your own? Can you do it yourself? Well, that's a stupid question. No, it's not.
Yes, definitely. Ask. It doesn't come with the wash. Are you willing to do that? Is that in your price?
Right. Again, consultation. That's the number one thing, the most important thing before you even sit in that chair.
Yeah, you have to get real personal with yourself. Like, hey, this is what I do with my hair.
Consultation. Did your stylist understand? Do they understand fully what you are asking for? Do you understand fully what they are telling you? And the steps necessary to maintain that style.
Yes.
So hope this helps.
Questions.
Yes, ask. And again, if that you don't feel it, that
with the vibe, if you're not vibing
with them, then that's probably
or if they're suggesting something a little more, pushing it on you a little.
Yeah. Or if you don't like the price scale, if the price scale doesn't work for you, I mean, I don't think you should haggle a stylist. I don't think so. I really don't think you should haggle. If you don't like their prices, you're not comfortable with it, then you need to go find a new stylist. Plain and simple. Hope that helps.